So today I wanted to share one of the biggest differences and mistakes that I think normal everyday golfers that I see when I'm coaching make when taking the setup. The difference between normal golfers, the process they use, and what you see really good players do. We've got an example here of Aberg from the Ryder Cup. So what we'll notice on the screen, we'll take you through in a little bit more detail. When you watch really good players come in, as they walk into the ball, as they've kind of done their picking the spot and how they're going to plan the shot and how they're going to play the shot, they then walk into it a kind of very specific way, quite athletic and kind of in the what I call a hitting position. So as he walks in here, what we'll see is that he's walking, he's looking at the target, his upper body is slightly tilted away from the target, his left side and his left arm are slightly higher than his right, and he's got his wrist angles and body angles like this, which essentially for me is almost like a hitting position. So if he got so if he got a bat or a baseball bat and someone threw a ball at him, he could just hit it. Right, whereas what I see with a lot of normal golfers they come in and they put the feet together, they put the head down, they try and grip it, and they end up in a not very athletic and dynamic hitting position. So this is something I work on a lot with clients, and it makes a big difference for simplifying the setup process and how to get into a really good position at the start to allow the swing to work well. Because if you don't start well and stand well, I think it's really difficult to be able to swing well. So again, as he comes in, he's got this kind of body positioning we've just highlighted. He then puts the club behind the ball, he starts to shuffle, get comfortable, do his pre-shot routine to maybe cue his swing in any way that he's obviously been working on. And he's kind of got this body geometry that looks something like this, which I think is very crucial. And then he's ready to go. It's very, very different to what I'd see a lot of normal golfers doing. So what I see a lot of normal everyday golfers doing when they address the ball is very different to the good players. They typically would come in, feet together, put the club behind the ball, then step the feet apart that's appropriate to the club they're using. Then the top hand or glove hand goes on. As this goes on, they tend to end up looking in front of the ball with the nose. This hand comes on. This can make it difficult to get the hand in the best position or correct position on the club to support the weight as well. Then bottom hand comes on, that typically comes on a bit too straight. Then because of this routine and the body arrangement, we start to get the nose, the pelvis and the chest pointing too much in front of the ball, which then is going to generally encourage the swing and the body movement to work a bit too vertical, and then therefore the club to come in too vertical or too steep. Generally produces slices or fades, and or you've got to compensate and can cause leaning back and scooping and troubles with low point or where the club hits the ground. And when you watch the good players, they come in one of a few different ways, but when you're looking at Aberg on the screen, he's done his aiming and planning for the shot, and he's coming in like this, like he's ready to hit. So he's got the body angles and body geometry that it needs if someone was going to throw out a ball at him. He could just basically hit it like he's playing baseball or something of that ilk. So he comes in, ready to go, got the right kind of hitting position with his body. He can then just shuffle in, not really got to change much, get comfortable, and it's a good spot to be able to swing and move well. If you don't start in a good position, body-wise, setup-wise, very difficult to be able to swing well. Another way you see good players coming in, again, they do their aiming and planning, put the club behind the ball with the bottom hand. This keeps the body, sort of the left side out of the way, keeps the body open, looking down the target, makes it easier to get this kind of body positioning you can see here. Then shuffle the feet in, and then perhaps pick the club up, put it in the top hand, and then start to shuffle around and get comfortable and ready to go, which is a far more athletic, dynamic, and linear process to being able to get in a good start position and setup position to be able to swing well. So I think that's highlighted a couple of difference between normal golfers, good players, what they do within their setup routine, their process, and hope this gives you a few insights into perhaps your swing and how a slightly different setup or how you walk into the ball could really make a big difference to how you start and then how you swing.